پیامهای همبستگی نمایندگان پارلمانهای اروپا، کانادا، استرالیا از قیام سراسری مردم ایران.
Dear Iranian friends, dear women and men who are resisting in order to turn a page in your country's ancient history, I am sending you this message from the European Parliament. It is an uprising that has spread to cities across Iran. But despite the brutal oppression and complete shutdown of the internet, the courageous people of Iran are taking to the streets and demonstrating for freedom. We hear you and we stand by you. Protesters are chanting, "Death to the dictator, down with Khamenei." I don't know when the murderous clerical regime will fall, but I believe that tyrannies seem strongest just before they fall. We will vote on a resolution on the protests next week. It will be a strong message that we will not tolerate this violence anymore. I have also joined my colleagues in signing a statement to urge the immediate release of all the detainees, to impose punitive measures on those responsible for the crackdown and on the regime's leaders, like Ra'isi, in line with EU's Magnitsky-style laws. We recognize the Iranian people's right to live in freedom, the people's right to defend themselves. Please be assured that your courage and the price you are paying is not in vain.
Hi, I'm Michael Cooper, a Canadian member of Parliament, and I want to express my full support and solidarity with the hundreds of thousands of women and men who are courageously standing up to the evil Iranian regime, a regime that has oppressed the Iranian people for more than 40 years, particularly Iranian women. It is truly horrific what happened to Mahsa, but we know that what happened to Mahsa is not an isolated incident. It has been what the regime has been doing for more than 40 years. The Iranian people are taking the fight to the streets at considerable risk. I know the fight is difficult. The enemy is evil. It is prepared and has used in the past all tools available, including torture and murder, to try to suppress the democratic movement in Iran. But your courage in the streets, in taking the fight to the regime, is critical. Now is a critical time. And I want you to know that you have allies right around the world. And the fight that you are taking right now and standing up to this regime is what is going to make the difference between securing a free and democratic Iran, something that is long overdue and something I know you have been fighting courageously for. I want you to know that there are things that the international community can be doing to lending its support, including that of the Government of Canada. And as a member of Parliament, I will be, along with other colleagues, urging the Canadian government to step up to provide that critical support at this time. And one of the things that the Government of Canada should be doing right now, they should have been doing some time ago, is to designate the IRGC as a terrorist entity. That is something that I'm going to continue to put pressure on the Canadian government to do as a member of Parliament. Again, I'm with you. My colleagues are with you. Canadians are with you. A free and democratic Iran is on the horizon.
We're all distraught over the deadly and disproportionate measures Iranian authorities have implemented to crack down on the ongoing protests. We are deeply alarmed by reports that dozens of people have been killed and many more injured, including children. due to the heavy-handed measures Iranian authorities have implemented to crack down on protests against oppression and tyranny. I stand with the courageous and patriotic Iranians who not only aspire to a country where everyone's rights are honoured fully and equally, but they're also keen to work through a peaceful process to get to that goal. We strongly support Iranian women and girls in their struggle for equality and empowerment, and we call on Iran to cease the oppression of women. Iran's people deserve a free and fair society, the freedom to practice their faith without hindrance, and the opportunity to build their life on security offered by a functioning government. No shake, no shah.